Well, good evening and welcome to Coffee and Tea with Aeson and Tracy. How are you, darling? It's been, what, a couple months now?
Yes, it has, huh? We were on the
Yeah.
month before last.
You were on September and then you could not make October. I think you had
Right.
viral child disorder or something.
Who knows? I can't keep up with
Yeah.
myself.
Well, especially with us going in and out of time and above time and around time, but that's a whole nother discussion there.
Yes, yes, it is. Losing time.
Right. So, you work as the day job as the lunch lady, and as
Mm-hmm.
the night job as the psychic.
Yes.
I don't know. I think I'm hitting a midlife crisis. I'm literally the other morning was craving, like hard craving, cheese toast on hot dog buns because we always had it on hot dog buns. I don't know. Maybe it was cheaper for our district or whatever. You can kind of speak to that. But what is up with this? Does anyone else go? Do you go through this in the winter when it gets winter time?
Not necessarily winter time, but I'll get on my kicks with like cravings of things.
Mm-hmm.
Certain meals. If you ever have you have a good heavy stick to your ribs kind of meal, and
Mm-hmm.
afterwards I always want something sweet.
Yeah.
I don't
Gotta
know
have a
what the
dessert.
connection is. I don't know what the connection is with a heavy stick to your ribs meal and something sweet, but
Mm-hmm.
that's a thing of mine. But not with every meal. It just got to be like those like meat and potatoes Sunday dinner kind of meals, you know?
Well, growing up, did you have a lot of like the family meals had to have dessert with them? Your Sunday dinners included a dessert.
In my home, not typically.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big sweet eater, but after a heavy meal, like I just like just a cookie, just a little something.
Right. For today we're having Christmas beans. Um, Why are they called Christmas beans? Well, that's easy because they were the ham. It was the ham that I had at Christmas, and it went in the freezer and hibernated, and now it's cold. So now we're having Christmas beans.
Oh, is that like ham and bean soup?
Hmm.
Okay.
It's the
Oh,
yeah, with a little bit of pineapple in it left over from. And I never understood why Christmas beans were different. It's because it still has the brown sugar and the pineapple left over from the it was froze with it.
right, right. My mom makes the best ham and bean soup. I make the ham
Really.
for Christmas, but then I hand that bone over to her with
Mm-hmm.
some meat left on it, and like
Mm-hmm.
you know what to do with it. I made the ham for the Christmas dinner. Now you need to go make that soup.
Yep. Um, and for I don't know, for me, it's just different. Like food has been different here lately, and this could be just the thing. Um, yep. Okay, we are loud. Um, could be just the thing. Like I'm just going through this where it's like nostalgia. Like those square pizzas from school, can't find them anywhere.
Oh no,
Yeah, I'm quite sure you're tired of seeing them.
I'm tired of seeing them, but that's a special lunch lady secret. You won't find those
Hmm.
anywhere outside of school.
I know. That's so weird, though. Um, well, and there's a lot of food that cannot, um, that you can't find outside of school, or a lot of foods that just don't taste right. Example: this cheese toast. When she came in, because we hadn't talked to each other other than like, "Hey, are you able to do the show this time?" Yeah. What do you put on your cheese toast?
Cheese.
Cheese. That's obvious. American cheese.
Yeah, I just like. We
but
used
there's
to use hot dog buns,
missing.
like a flat piece of bread, just regular
Uh
bread.
huh. Uh huh.
And to I haven't made it in so long. I think how to melt the cheese. I don't think I toasted the bread first. Put a little butter on it, put your cheese on it, a little bit of salt, and put it in the oven or a toaster oven just to toast up the bread and melt the cheese.
Mm-hmm.
That's how
That's
I.
what I'm missing was the butter and the salt.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. But since you work in this, is there food that during the summer you're kind of like, ooh, I need to make that?
Mm. For me, no, because I'm burnt out on it. But like I
Okay.
know the granddaughter and my daughter's always like we make they're called chicken bowls.
Okay.
And I always got to make them even when school's not in. And you get your mashed potatoes,
Mm-hmm.
popcorn chicken,
Right.
gravy, corn,
Right.
and you put shredded cheese on top of it.
Interesting.
The kids love it. They go bananas.
Of course, it's got cheese on it.
Yeah, yeah. My girls, that's
Yeah.
request all the time for my grown daughters, and now my granddaughter make those chicken bowls,
Mm-hmm.
which they are pretty good. But like I said, I get burnout from the stuff because I'm looking
Understandable.
at it all the time.
You do. I just wondered if, like, during your break time, it's like, maybe I should make some meatloaf.
Oh yeah, yeah. I always like my meatloaf.
Mm-hmm. But is yours different at home than at school, other than size? We have to just count the size.
Yeah, because I put a lot more like onions and
Uh huh.
it's seasoned up a little more. I work in an elementary school, so we can't go too crazy on the pepper and onions and seasonings because they won't eat it.
See, this is where you can tell the decades of school. Okay. I went to school. The food was great all the way through. The lunch ladies cooked delicious. Like their spaghetti was homemade. The rolls were homemade. They were really, really good. Joe went to school. He got that until about middle school, and then things entered like chips and flat hamburgers because I didn't get flat hamburgers. I got home style hamburgers.
You got the hamburgers done like,
Uh huh.
and it was really just a
And
meatball on them.
really just a meat patty on a bun that had been baked. That was the other thing is they didn't fry their hamburgers; they baked them because they were making like I don't know 500.
We bake our hamburgers.
But do you patty them?
No, they're the
No.
pre-made patties, but we do still bake them. But I think we talked about it before, where it's just like the homemade stuff. We don't have the staff
No.
anymore.
Because you're down to what, three ladies now?
Five. There's five of us.
For how many students?
At the school, like close to 800.
See, there was 500 in my grade, and our kitchen staff, I think, was 20 people.
I believe it because I remember
If
when I was a kid, it was staffed like that.
Yeah, like there used to be a ratio of lunch ladies to students,
But I don't know. I
and
guess somewhere down the line, they found it cheaper to do the pre-made stuff and
uh-huh.
not have as many
Right.
people.
Right. And that way you can control the allergens. Like we were given peanut butter in school. My niece does not even know what peanut butter is. First in like school peanut butter. Doesn't even know what it is.
Is she allergic or just because she never sees it in school?
They don't serve it here in school. It's an allergic thing, so they don't do it.
Yeah, we have like I think like in the high school, middle schools, they can have like the peanut butter, but in the elementary school, it's a big no-no. We are
Mm-hmm.
100% peanut free. When I was in
Right.
grade school, remember the celery sticks?
Yes,
I
with
just
peanut butter and raisins. Like I
Yes.
never liked the raisins on it ever.
No, that wasn't my thing either. And I didn't eat the celery, but You best believe I dug that peanut butter out of there and ate it.
Yeah, I like the celery. I just did not like the raisins because their raisins were never sweet. Like I don't know what they did, if they washed them or whatever, but they were not sweet.
Wow.
Um, but anyhow, we were talking, and the reason we're getting to our topic, guys, is our tastes change, and they change a lot um, as we grow, as we change. You were saying you no longer like coleslaw, and I'm like, I bet it's because of the most of the coleslaw you're getting has the salad dressing on it, not the mayonnaise that we used to get as kids.
But I don't think that's it. When I was a kid, I remember I would eat it in school, and that stuff was homemade then.
Right.
Um, I remember going to Long John Silver's and I liked it there. And if I went to somebody's like, grandma's cookout, whatever, I ate it. I remember I always ate coleslaw. And
Mm-hmm.
now I don't like it. But
Right.
I have no recall of when that changed or
Uh
why.
huh.
As hard as
Right.
think about it, I can't remember when I stopped or why I stopped liking coleslaw, but I don't like it now. It doesn't matter who made it or where it's from. I don't like it. Weird. I
Weird. Yeah. It's like
know.
when I
Weird.
was growing up, I didn't do eggs. I still, on rare occasions, will do ketchup, but I didn't do ketchup. I was not a ketchup kid. Put ketchup on my hot dog. What the hell is that shit doing there? I'm not eating that. Which was dangerous territory for my generation. Um, that meant you either had to go find something to eat yourself. There was no short order. This ain't a short order kitchen. Um, but no, I did not like ketchup as a kid. I still don't like it as an adult. But I'm doing Christmas beans, and those are cooking as we speak because they've been on the stove in the crock pot for 12 hours.
Oh, I could smell it through the computer. Mm.
Uh-huh. Um,
Jealous.
come on down, honey. Dinner it'll still be warm when you get here. And yes, she's 4 hours away. They may
I would
just be
drive,
about done by then.
I would drive 4 hours for some beans, ham and beans.
Mhm.
That's good stuff.
So the holidays are approaching us. What are you up to?
Uh, Slowing down work wise, slowing down a little bit for the holidays, just, because it's family time and busy with
Hmm.
that stuff. Think I got an event this Sunday at Mystic Psychic Fair at the Library Fire Hall.
Hmm.
Um, and then I'm at ooh, this event just came up, so I'm sorry, I'm not real. I'll post it on my Facebook page and the website, but it's in Monongahela at a moose or eagles. Uh,
Okay.
that'll be
Cool.
December 3rd. That's coming up. Um,
Right.
oh, and I'm doing a fun paranormal thing with a group November 18th at the old Chambersburg prison in Chambersburg, PA.
Interesting.
Yeah, I haven't done a paranormal for a while, so I'm excited.
Good.
So it's supposed to be a pretty cool place, so I'm excited about seeing that, checking that out.
That'll be fun.
And then the rest of the November and December is just my, private bookings.
Hmm. And your family time and getting
Yeah,
family in order and daughter coming in, which I'm assuming she's doing well this year.
she is. She's super busy moving on to college, school after college. And
Postgraduate studies,
yeah,
postgraduate studies, which
because
is
four
hard to
years
get
won't get it
into.
anymore.
Uh-uh. I think they just keep raising the bar.
Hmm.
It used to be 4 years, and then it was five, and now it's 10 for most things. And it's like, what are you going to do after a PhD?
Right. You got to be done at some point.
Yeah, At some point, you cannot be a student all your life.
Right.
Well, you should be a student all your life, but you cannot, you know, stay in college all your life. That's never going to work.
No.
Um, I don't know. It seems like people just keep making it harder for our graduates and people to graduate and to move forward with life. It's like they want to keep them children all the time.
Yeah, it is getting to be that way. Oh, don't mind my itchy nose. I when the furnaces come on, that time of the year when the
Hmm.
heat comes on, my
Hmm.
sinuses go bonkers.
Oh yeah,
And
like
this is
we
all I
crashed
want
out
to
yesterday. Yeah, but no, we turned our propane on yesterday, and everything went crazy. Like we both slept all day, and we're like, this low front is terrible, and it's like, nah, it's our body resetting the winter.
do. I hate it.
I do too.
I'm just gonna
I
put it
keep
out there. I
telling
hate
Joe one of
when
these days we're going to see the temperature drop below 20, and I'm going to look at you and say, get in the car. We're heading to the other house in Florida. Well, Georgia, because we don't like Florida's governor, but
Georgia's warm too. That's fine.
hmm
That's warm place too.
it's very warm. It's very comfortable. The taxes are cheap. They still have country homes there, so we can find something that's not on top of somebody. Um, and I say just have it for like 5 months out of the year. Go down there and come back up here in the summer when it's too hot down there for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But the other, I don't know about your area, but was it yesterday?
yeah,
I was getting ready to go to work.
32.
I peeked out and there's snow.
Yep, I went to my massage therapist yesterday, and there was snow on his neighbor's house, and I'm like, no, I'm not ready for this yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Granted,
like. Like we didn't even eat the turkey yet. Like the
yeah,
kids just
like
got them. They just trick or treated Saturday, and it was nice. It was a little
mhm,
drizzly toward evening, but still, they were able to be outside trick or treating. And it's like, and now it's snowing. Like what?
yeah, like stop acting like Walmart. Really and truly, stop acting like Walmart. Um, is my point of view on it. Because they've got Thanksgiving and Christmas and Halloween discount and all the what I call the easy button husband presents already out. They've had that out since like September, as soon as back to school got thrown into the clearance aisle. I'm like,
Hmm.
this is ridiculous. Um, I don't know. I'm just kind of a party pooper when it comes to that.
I am too. I don't know. I mean, do I not? Were the seasons? Is it me? Were the seasons not rushed when we were kids? I don't
No,
remember the seasons being like. Do we just not remember, or were they not rushed?
they were not rushed. Like,
Okay, I didn't think so.
you know,
Yeah.
the jack o' lanterns had time to rot before Thanksgiving came. Um, and everyone still had those little tiny pumpkins all over the place. And then after that, then you started to see peaks of Christmas, but not really till the 12th. You had a few people that were like day after Thanksgiving they had their stuff up, but those weren't many in our neighborhood. It was more so like it's drug out, and you had time between each of them. And I keep thinking that there was a holiday in school between Thanksgiving and Christmas that we took time out for.
Hmm.
But I think it may have been something like West Virginia Day or some weird thing that we got the day a couple days off for,
Oh,
because there was
okay.
no use of them having. We also got a whole week for Thanksgiving here.
We have a week. I have a week off for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, because it would do them no good here to have school. Because every teacher, male teacher especially, some of the females too, will call off. They suddenly get the deer hunting cold, and then all the children will call off because they suddenly have the deer hunters cold. But our kids went back early this year. Like I said, it seems like they keep going back earlier and earlier, which is ridiculous. Like
Yeah.
teachers deserve their full summer vacation.
Yeah.
Um, but it is what it is. So you've been reading any new psychic stuff, or are you going total paranormal on us?
No, I won't be going total paranormal, but I will visit it, here or there.
Yeah.
You gotta. That's my roots. That's where it all started. That's how I figured out I could do what I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing now. So I like to revisit that, but still do my psychic stuff. Doing a lot more mediumship.
Good. Good.
Just kind of getting the pull to. That's where I'm supposed to be, I guess. You know how that works.
Uh-huh.
So that's kind of
Right.
been with that, just more mediumship than anything else. And
Mm-hmm. Any more planned trips to Lily? Yeah,
not
because we
till
got to start
summer.
looking at 2024.
Yeah, summertime for sure.
Yeah.
I'd
I
love
think
to go out there and guest read again. That was a great experience. I can't wait to go out and do it again.
yeah, I think you really enjoyed that.
I
You
did.
know, you're going on 2 years now of, you know, running different stuff and doing different stuff. How's your kitties?
They're good. They're good. Still helping the kitties and, rescuing the kitties and doing that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to just, well, with the cold weather coming sooner than we'd like, we're just out there making sure, there's shelters out there and the straw for them. And remember,
Yes.
straw for strays,
Yes. Not hay. They're
not
not
hay,
horses.
not blankets. Not, you're not helping them by giving them blankets. That's dangerous, actually.
Yeah.
Just straw.
Plain, ordinary, comfortable straw.
They love it.
Um, yeah, because they can nest their own selves up. Now, the indoor ones, just a reminder, take them to get their shots and watch them for colds, especially kitties, because they can get colds and it can be really bad for them.
Hmm.
You
Yeah,
know.
any kind of upper respiratory, anything with the cats. When you see runny noses, runny eyes, get them looked
Mm-hmm.
at because they could, I mean, in rescue,
Mm-hmm.
kitties, when they're outside and nobody notices, they don't get treated, they'll get the upper respiratory so bad they lose eyes.
Yeah, you know. So, are you doing any rescue stuff?
We're just doing some fundraiser things and like I said, making sure people have straw and just getting them, connected to resources where they can go find straw and good prices, things like that.
Yeah, Lowe's does pretty well with it.
Actually, Rural King, I just saw for
Beating your
free.
ass.
What's that?
The Royal King beating your ass again.
They for $3, they'll give you a huge bag of loose straw.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bundled up all tight, but for $3, I mean,
Yeah, and
that's a
that
good
old
deal.
cooler that you don't use anymore, or a tote with an insulator cooler.
Yes, any coolers you have that you don't, use, find somebody that has a hole saw. I think that's what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
It drills the holes. My husband
Yep.
has one, and people bring coolers to us all the time, and he puts the holes in for them, and I keep straw
Mm-hmm.
here all the time for people, help them out, and coolers are
Yep.
great kitty shelters.
Mm-hmm. All right. So good evening, Sherry. Hello, Miss Shannon. She um she was late getting here because of the shower. Hello, Miss Nikki. How are you? Um, but yeah, there's a lot of winter prep for me every year. You know, sealing the house up, locking the house down, because I think we're going to have a bad winter. What's your proposal here?
Oh, I think it's going to be bad. I think we're going to all that snow we didn't get last year, y'all. I think we're going to make up for it this year.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, not I'm not making it happen, but I just feel um according to Farmer's Almanac too. I swear by Farmer's Almanac.
Mm-hmm.
They know their stuff.
Well, in other stuff, they do good predictions. They've been
Mhm.
stuck with it. Um, I always looked at how Halloween was, because if Halloween is cold and wet, then the winter's gonna be cold and wet. Halloween was fucking cold, and
And
it
what?
was very wet.
Yes.
Um, and the next morning we got frost and yuckiness all over, and I'm like, "Dag nabbit, Hades, you move in fast, don't you?"
He wasn't playing around.
Right.
But yeah, I
Uh,
do think we're going to get a lot of snow. Uh,
right.
positive look on that. Think about it. This past winter, we hardly had any snow. It was pretty dry, so the majority of our summer was wet and crappy. It was a big gray bucket of suck. So
Right.
if we have all our snow in the winter like we're supposed to, we'll have a better summer. So
Yes. And hopefully it'll be a
that's
nice dry
yeah,
summer.
that's what I'm just trying to be on the positive note here. We'll get through this
Mhm.
snow, but we'll have a better summer.
Yep. So that we can happily hit that lovely, you know, summer fun, get out and do some hiking, getting so physical. Next year, I want to get a lot more physical. Um, Instead of just, working, you actually take some time out to enjoy. I live here. We got people that come all around the world to here. There's got to be something I'm missing. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm going to self tourism a little.
I like to get out and walk. We'll
Hmm.
go to different places to walk, mountains, mountain areas, whatever. But that's our thing. That's what I like to do.
Hmm.
Then our, yearly trip to the beach. I gotta have my beach.
Right. So, what's your reset? Because, everyone's going to be moving to that reset here soon.
Reset.
Yeah.
Like what kind of reset?
Yearly reset.
Oh, like your New Year's resolutions, and
Hmm.
I never do them.
Uh, See, I don't always do the New Year's resolution. However, I'm going to sit down and do the goals, and definitely going through and redoing the different things. Um, for me, like what goals I'm going to accomplish next year, what things I want to get done. Hopefully, I will finish my goal this year of getting the life coaching course up. The modules are done. Just got to get them uploaded and then programmed in so that clients can actually do their workbook before they book their appointment with me. That's going to be a different service. Like I've already had to explain that no, life coaching is life coaching. It goes over in this box. Psychic readings go over in this box because it's a different part of my brain, if that makes any sense.
Right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What's more life coaching would be more like right brain
Mm-hmm.
kind of work, where when you're psychic and you're doing mediumship, that's all left brain.
Mm-hmm. Very. But it's also like when I'm life coaching for me, it's like, no, I can't sit here and read for you at the same time as trying to explain to you why you keep failing at setting your goals, why you keep not achieving your outcomes. relationships,
Mm-hmm.
and allowing you to work through that situational idealism. So I'm hoping to have the courses up on the other website, Psychic Coaching You, sometime next week for purchase. Patreons are going to get all of them. We've been dribbling out as we finish them, but we're going to probably just upload them there and then load them into the Patreon shop. And they'll be there too. So that's going to be fun. So how busy were you for the Halloween?
I was busy. Not a lot of events, but a lot of a lot of private events.
Mm-hmm.
I was really busy through September and
Right.
October with private stuff
Right.
and a few public events. But that's September and October is always
Right.
that's like the busiest time for me.
Yeah.
Not complaining, just that's just how it is.
Right. Um, for me, it starts about a week before Halloween and it'll run all the way to a week after Valentine's Day. Um, you know, and it's like, oh, good gravy, and then it's like, okay, my birthday gets here and I need a break.
Yeah, I tend to quiet down around the holidays, and then things do like mid January into January before Valentine's
Hmm.
Day, it starts picking back up, and it just keeps going like that.
Yeah. No, the end of the year is when I get my business customers. That's when I get my CEOs. That's when my um, C-suite starts calling and wanting to talk about business. Which I love those readings, getting to look at companies and how they grow and how they can change and form.
It is pretty cool.
Um, that's always a fun one for me.
I get a lot of which I never thought it would happen, but hey, if it's that's what it is. I get a lot of real
Right.
estate. A lot of people with
Yeah.
real estate questions. I get a lot of that,
Mhm.
and it's good outcomes, good reviews on that. I'm
Right.
no real estate agent. I don't know a thing about it, but in
Right.
doing readings, we always they always get great guidance on their real estate.
Yeah. For me, I don't get real estate till about May, right when the season's about ready to open up for them. They'll
Well,
call and go,
I get the real estate stuff year round.
really
Hmm.
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. This year I think I'm going to do a PSA for all the men that are having affairs. Please pre-plan your Valentine's Day. Please.
Yeah, February always, end of January into February always brings the relationship
Right.
stuff.
Right. You know, just go ahead, call your florist. They will happily take your money. I highly recommend paying them in cash so it's not traceable. But hey, if you got that card, you think you can pull it off, go ahead, put your order in now. That way you're already covered. Because I don't know, it seems like they always like you forget that you have that other partner on the side or whatever for Christmas, Valentine's Day, New Year's Eve. Go ahead and get the flowers, the candy, the champagne, whatever, present to them. Save yourself the misery. Because you miss you can miss one of them. You can be late for a Christmas present or you can be late for Valentine's Day, but you miss two of them. Buddy, your side piece is not going to be happy about your piece, and you
Mm-mm.
won't get peace. Lord knows I won't get peace because they'll be calling me asking, "Don't he love me?" Yes, but he's having to deal with his family today. Get over it.
Could write a book. Could write a book on that stuff.
I thought about writing a book called the Mistress's the Guide to Being a Mistress, because it's a great position. With the right dudes, it's a wonderful position. You get gifts, you get attention, you get to travel. You don't have to do his laundry. You don't have to put up with his bad mood. You don't have to put up with his whining. You don't have to listen to him complain about his boss, because you keep that time limited.
But you still have to know your place.
You have to know your role.
Yeah,
Yeah,
know
you
your
have a
role.
role.
You know your role.
Yeah, and it also means you don't have to, explain to your aunt who he is every Christmas, or what's going on in your relationship. They don't want to hear it as soon as you say, "Oh, he's with his wife." They just kind of shut up and go away and leave you the hell alone. um, but no, there's a lot of people that get all transfixed, and it's like, this is part of the deal. This is what you do. This is how you deal with it. You know, Sometimes I just want to go, did you miss the memo?
Yeah, I mean, you knew what you were getting into
Yeah,
when you got into it.
right. And, sometimes it's kind of like, you missed the memo. And by the way, the memo on the other side of this, what are you looking out of this? Are you wanting your independence? Are you wanting freedom? Because there's a lot of reasons that you prefer to borrow a man than to keep one.
Usually it's not wanting a commitment.
Yeah. Or not being ready to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
Because relationships take work. Men take work. Very much do they take work.
But I mean, that works for men and women both, though, with that.
Yeah.
Get involved with people that already are involved to
Mm-hmm.
avoid commitment.
Right. Or, they don't want to put up with all the other stuff that goes into building and dealing with relationships.
They
Granted,
just
there are
want the fun
some,
stuff.
well, they want the easy, they want the fun, they want the comfortable. I don't want them to tell me one time, I don't have to wash his clothes. I don't have to go to his company meetings. I don't have to entertain his boss. I don't have to, and she just had a whole list of everything that, because she was the mistress, she isn't required to do with him, that his wife has to put up and do with. I'm like, okay, I can understand that. Like, I can see the benefit here.
I can see the benefit personally. That's not me, but
Mm.
I get it, you know.
You know, but there's definitely some situations you have to learn to deal with. You have to learn to be like, okay, well, this is how this is, and you know, I'm going away for Christmas. Well, what are you doing for Christmas? Are you going to your family? Nope, I'm going away. And by the way, you can send my flowers here. You know.
But yeah, it's definitely a role. You got to know it. You can't.
Mhm.
You can't.
You know, you can't latch yourself into, in my opinion, and that even happens when it's like, and I'm not, dealing with men that are still in the closet. Guaranteed they're going to be with their families for Christmas. Just get over it. And no, you're not going to be there. So make plans with yours if you still have them, or with your friends, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Or go see a movie like the most of us are planning on doing. It's easier. Are you doing the big family Christmas, or you're doing sit down to figure that one out?
Uh, oh, the usual. Like my kids will be here,
Hmm.
grandkids, my parents,
Hmm.
just small and immediate.
Okay.
But I usually have everybody here, and I cook some, and my mom will bring some stuff, my daughter will bring some stuff, my youngest daughter will make some stuff. So
That'll be good for you.
yeah,
Yeah.
eat too much and
Crash out.
crash out. Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that we're going to eat out for Thanksgiving because, I've already been told there's no reason for me to cook the feast of the feasts for Thanksgiving. Um, because A, I'm not feeding an army, and it's like, well, I don't know how to cook anything small. Um, and B, we just get tired of turkey by the time Christmas gets here, and we're tired of ham by the and turkey by the time New Year's gets here.
That's what I told my husband. He likes to go get the turkey. That's fine. And I always have to tell him,
Hmm.
like, remember how many people we don't need a 25-pound bird. Like, please don't
Yeah.
get the biggest bird you can find. We don't need it. Because
Do
you
you
only
think
eat.
that's his?
What's that? Go ahead.
Do you think that's his way of like um, showing how good of a husband he is the bigger the bird, the more plentiful he thinks it represents that he is.
No, I think he came from a huge family. He's one of 10 children.
Okay.
So I don't think he knows any better.
Ah.
They're always used to having that giant bird. And I think just,
Hmm.
learned behavior.
Probably. For me, it is a learned behavior that I'm unlearning that we're not cooking for 50 or even 200.
The
Um,
visitor back there.
well, she's been all around. She's been in my lap. She's been in front of the keyboard. Like she has decided that apparently this is going to be her winter nest, my new office. And we have debated upon where her bed needs to be for the proper landing space, and you know for our new viewers, if you see the cat flying, it's because she has scratched me, and she knows that she's not allowed to do that, and she thinks that it's a game and it's fun that she lands in her bed.
I wish I could bring my kitties on the show, but they're too bad.
Yeah, get them in a desk chair, give them
Oh,
a place to mount up at.
they act up too much.
Yeah, just take them a little while to get used to it. You want to start posting pics of them. You got to get ready to do the Halloween. Well, do the Christmas cards now. So you got to
Yeah.
start collecting pictures. And for those that are doing pet pictures, be sure to get double. Oh, what cats do you have? Oh, that one. My cat. My cat. That was Anna or Nina, depending on who's talking. Um, how many are you up to? Because you even got a grandbaby kitty living with you.
Well, she lives part time. I have four of my own. And
Uh
then
huh.
my daughter, who's at college, when she comes home, brings her kitty with her. So
Uh
Bonnie's
huh.
here part time. And then I have four.
Yeah. So it's either 4 or 5 kitties at home.
Yeah.
Um, how does Bonnie deal with coming home to her uncles and aunts?
She's doing well. The first like 24 hours, she's kind of weird. But then
Uh,
she gets because Mila's room is really big. She has her bedroom, and then there's another room off from her bedroom. We call it like the living room. So Bonnie has, I mean, really, her space is like the size of a small apartment. So
right.
Bonnie has plenty of space, and she's used to that space. And I always
Right.
have before they come back, I get her food area set up and her litter area set up, and I always keep it the same for her. So she remember, like
Hmm.
I said, she's weird for like the first 24 hours, but then she settles in.
Okay. Now, does she interact with the rest of them, or does she stay in her apartment?
She'll interact, like if they want to come in and see Mila, like she's okay with like one at a time. She'll like play with them a
Mm-hmm.
little bit. But Bonnie, like, she's so funny. Like, she likes them, but it's like when she's done, she's done.
Like, time for you to go.
Yeah, you need to go now. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, she's funny.
yeah.
She doesn't think, I don't think she knows she's a cat.
Okay.
I think
What species do you think she thinks she is?
she thinks she's a person.
Uh,
She does. She thinks she's a people. We always.
uh-huh. And what about your other four?
They're all getting along good. The newest one, Miss Luna Tuna, she'll be one this
Mm-hmm.
month. She'll be
Right,
one, but she's still very much a wild little kitten. Even though she's disabled, she doesn't know she's disabled,
right.
and she rips and runs with her three brothers. Like, she gives me a heart attack at least once a day. But
Okay. Okay. Remind our viewers about Miss Luna Tuna.
she was coming onto my porch and she was just a little kitten. And I was like, oh, well, we need to trap this when it's just a little kitten. It's not safe
Mm-hmm.
for her to be outside. Well, I was watching her patterns, figuring out, making a game plan of when to get her. Then I noticed she was limping. And I'm like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
we got to move on this quicker. I'm telling my husband because she's hurt. She's limping bad. Get her.
Mm-hmm.
Um, get her to the vet. They do some x-rays. Turns out that both of her back legs had been broken and healed. She has some
Mm-hmm.
spinal fractures that healed.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
when I found her, all that stuff was healed and she's moving well. Vet didn't see a point in like re-breaking or doing anything crazy like that.
Right.
She gets around, she uses the litter box fine. She doesn't have any kind of issues there. He said
Mm-hmm.
but she's truly a miracle kitty because he figured back about how old she was at that time, how long it takes, like, fractures to heal. This kitten
Mm-hmm.
was only about 6 weeks old when I'm gonna
Right.
say probably bumped with a car. And she
Right.
lived.
Mm-hmm.
That's Doc even said, he's like, when that happened, she had to have drug herself with her front legs to
Yeah.
somewhere safe
Uh-huh.
and laid until she was able to walk. And then that's how she
Mm-hmm.
somehow found my place for food. But she's something. She's something. Definitely had a will to live there. And
Mm-hmm. A job to do, but she's
yeah,
up and running now with her brothers.
yes.
Okay. What? Tell us about her brothers.
Let's see, Juno's 6, Boo's 5, Sid's 4. Boom, boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
All rescues, all cats that, I came across, took them in, and, they just all, Juno, he loves everybody. He's just,
Right.
he loves all the cats. He's like the welcome wagon. Boo's a little
Right.
bit sassy.
Right.
You got to do everything on his terms. And
Uh,
Sid's just a big doof. And him and Tuna, we call her, just kind of buddied up and they play together. And
uh-huh.
he makes me, because they wrestle, and he's Sid's part Maine Coon. He's a big dude, for a
Uh-huh.
cat. But they roll around, wrestle.
She holds her ground.
Yeah, she does.
Very good.
Like I said,
Very
gives me a
cool.
heart attack at least once a day. But
Uh-huh. So who's the leader of your pride?
You can't make a phone call with your iPad.
I'd say Juno.
Gina.
Yeah, the oldest one. He kind of holds it down.
Mm-hmm. He's the one who gets involved when they're too rambunctious and are annoying him.
Yeah, kind of just, I don't know. He's the one you kind of look at when you leave the house and say, hold the fort.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. Very cool. And, you know, it's interesting watching pets develop their own society.
And their personalities, like they all have, their own individual personalities.
Yeah, you know, like, Vlad is now our oldest. He's also the one that's the mellowest of our pups. And then we have Gizmo, which y'all, our long term viewers will remember. He still has his own room because him and Anna cannot get along. It's more her. Like, he has his own room for his protection, not really for hers. Because as you guys have seen, she's now gone to her throne called the window. Um, she's a little rambunctious and she doesn't mind reminding dogs that they're dogs, not gods.
Yeah, cats will. They're not
Cats
going
will
to let.
do it.
Yeah, cat's not going to let any dog think you're a god. Not for a minute.
No, no. Like the last time she had him yelping, and I'm like, you back to your room. You get up here and get on on my shoulder where you belong, and just sit there and calm down. Because she
Yeah.
gets so upset with him. Now, granted, she was raised by the border collie. He done the raising, he done the mommying, he done, Vlad is okay. He raised two litters of kittens. He has raised year before last. I found that he raised a possum outside because he kept sneaking food out. Yeah, a few bunny rabbits, but they've now moved out because the rabbits don't get along with Gizmo. Something about him wanting to eat them. Mhm.
So he's just a mother hen.
Oh, he is. He gets so excited for when the neighbors have their kids out, and he's watched all the kids grow because all of them, when I originally bought this house, this was a senior community. Like everybody was over 60. We were the young family in the neighborhood. Well, now both houses beside us have kids, and he knows when they get off. Um, the school bus. He wants out. He wants to see them. He wants to go and he'll sit and watch them in the trampoline, the whole 9 yards.
Aw. Isn't it amazing how animals can tell time? I just thought of that when you said like he knows when that bus is going to be pulling up.
Hmm. He knows when the bus is letting him off. He
Mhm.
wants outside. He has to be outside. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Get me out of here.
And he
Um,
probably starts that before the bus even pulls up.
oh yeah, like he knows. We live on the bus route. He knows when the buses go down, and it's like, get me out of here. Let me out. I will let myself out. Because he can let himself out. Luckily, he hasn't taught Gizmo that, but I've caught him taking his mouth on the door and twisting the knob to get it open. Problem is he won't shut the door.
Yeah. If
If he
only
would
just
learn to
shut.
shut the door, exactly. Brenda's puppy is totally terrified of the 4-pound cat.
Mm.
Yeah. So, are you getting a doggy?
No, I don't see myself getting a dog ever. Too many
Uh,
cats.
get it as a puppy. That way they can get it trained right.
I'm already labeled as the crazy cat lady. I can't.
Yeah, no, that's why we change your marketing a little bit.
No, I love all animals. I mean, I'd have a farm if I could.
I want a farm, but I just don't want the work of it. Like, give me a few farm hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, darling, tell them where they can come see you in person and how to book private appointments.
Private appointments, go to tracyvann.com and there's a place there you can click to get in touch with me to book an appointment. My next event is this coming Sunday at Library Fire Hall, Mystic Psychic Fair. You can also find me on Facebook at T and Tarot or at Tracy Tarot, and you can message me through there. I went on the website too, or you can message me, featured readers, where you send a picture of your pet. And I do that Monday through Friday. Post up a picture of your pet, daily card pull. So that's like a free card pull for you for the day for daily guidance. And it's just fun. Everybody loves the featured readers.
Exactly. All right, guys. And of course, I'll be on network later. You can find me over at aeonnight.com. If you're looking for life coaching, go over to psychiccoachingyou.com and look at what I have to offer. All right, guys. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.